I thought today was a good physical practice, back in full pads. You had some short yardage situations, opportunity to see guys get after it. I thought it was good competitive work. Our offense, started off fast. Some early situations. Defense did a good job of responding, and I thought the back and forth was really good. Got some red zone, short yardage, goal line. You're trying to mix all the different situations, but I like what I saw today, and guys continuing to push. The mentality is getting better. And it's just about the consistency showing up, throughout each practice, and then carrying that over throughout each day as we step on this practice field. But it's good to be here in Jacksonville. Other than a few clouds and a breeze from time to time, I thought it was, what we wanted. It was, guys had to push through, and it was definitely a grueling practice from the physicality part of it. And I like what I saw from there.
Mike, what are the opportunities to come to places like this, to Jacksonville, host a camp like this? What does that kind of help maybe get your team prepared for as you guys get ready for this?
We're going to play 5 road games this year, which we have no control of the atmosphere. We have no control of any circumstances that will show up. It's about creating a mindset of, man, regardless of where you are, you got to be in control of you. And whatever your bed situation is, whatever the meals are like, which here I appreciate UNF. It's been really, really nice in that regards. But when you step on the field, it's time, and make sure you control the controllables and go out there and be your best.
What's Lawrence Toafili showing you?
He's done a remarkable job. He's one of the stars of this camp so far. Just the growth, the physicality, the size that he's put in, the mentality of how he's running. It has really been impressive to watch. And we know what he does in space, but I think he's becoming a complete back.
Finishing runs is an area he's improved a great deal in.
He had a couple today that just one-on-one time to. You got to make those decisions. He lowering his pads, keeping his eyes up and running his feet, and that's what you want from your backs. Always moving forward, and I think he's definitely getting better. Yeah, Rodney's an explosive player. I'm excited about his future. He's got to continue to work on some of the details of what he needs to do, and that's part of it as a freshman. But he's gonna put himself in a position if he continues to develop like he is, and an opportunity to be able to impact this team.
Wilson is just kind of a revelation, it seems like, here in the last few days.
So what? Or a revelation? I've liked Johnny since he's gotten here. Yeah, pretty good.
When a guy like that is stacking practices on top of each other, what does that do? Seeing that consistency build?
I think that's something that you show that playmaking ability, consistently, and he's very comfortable in what we're asking him to do. I think that's he's shown the ability since he got here, and that's something we've been excited about. But seeing him have that confidence and making those plays in that moment. You see guys that come in. Everybody's at a different stage. You look at Deuce Spann and the things that he's done. We're excited about Deuce, this spring, and it's all part of a process of growth. And I want our guys to every day they step on that field and they're showing the best version of them, and you want to see that improvement. I think those guys are and take the team. You get to see that on just the way that they're approaching the work, and they're showing the consistency of that playmaking ability, and that's something that we're definitely excited about.
Mike, you talked about this being a big week for maybe creating the identity of this team a little bit because of the challenges you have with the schedule and everything. What have you seen so far of this group, and how's your team responded?
I like the work we put in the off season. The mentality. I've seen some leadership, emerging. We still have to grow. That's the daily objective is just to come out here and get better. And it's easy to have a good attitude when it's all going your way. But whenever you are uncomfortable, bring that mindset, physicality, of toughness, of coming out and being the willingness to compete. And it's hard to get everybody on a team, 100% to be at the point that we all desire, but you got to see that growth, and that's one thing I am liking. Got to get some of the young guys just understanding what they can do and how they can push, but definitely think we're heading in the right direction.
Mike, overall, how did you think the defense responded yesterday?
I thought they did well. I was, the for early periods, I thought the offense came out and kind of continued what started yesterday. We got in that short yardage period, and I thought you saw the defense really, tighten down. And we want to be a team that stops the run. We want to be a team that plays with that physicality and that effort. And I thought they responded throughout the course of the day, and definitely was promising to see.
Pass rush, did you like what you saw?
I did. I mean, it's I think we got some guys that are explosive. From the interior, some of those guys that they're out there on the edge that are continue to define who they're going to be and what that's going to look like. There's a lot of competition, and I think we got a good group there.
You talked about this experience for the whole team, but what about kind of the newcomers, the transfer freshmen? What does it do for those guys who are still kind of getting their footing?
Just continue to get to know people, and the only way you build relationships is through time. And here there's nothing else. I mean, we got each other, and there's guys aren't going back to their apartments or to their dorms or wherever they're staying. They got to be here together, and when they have open time, I mean, it's good to see them building those relationships. And last night we got to see some personalities within our team, which was a kind of a fun experience as guys are getting to know each other. But we'll have a couple more team building opportunities here over these next couple of days, just to continue to solidify those relationships and bring everybody along as we continue to work.
You talked about the young guys and their ability to push. One of your young guys is one guy. We're very familiar with Harold Stubbs. What can you tell us about him kind of early and what you've seen from him?
Harold's doing a good job. Really excited about the work he puts in. He's still working himself into it, but I like what I've seen from him.
Chris, you talked about you saw some personalities last night, team building.
We did. There's some things that we create opportunities for guys to grow together, and so we had a team event last night, and it was fun. We run a pretty tight schedule around, and last night being able to get here, we had our walkthroughs, we had our meetings, and then late last night we had a team event that guys were able to kind of relax just a little bit before they hit the dorm rooms. But it was fun, and I love this team. I love the guys I get to coach. I mean, they're just such great young men, and they have wonderful personalities. But it's just building those relationships, because that's, like I told them last night, that's what's going to last a lifetime. And who we represent, what we get to represent, and who you get to do it with is what makes it special.
What has Bless Harris brought to the offensive line? How has he evolved since his arrival?
Yeah, Bless. It was when we recruited him. In all transparency, I knew he was going to be a guy that could always go inside. I wanted to be able to see, at this level, if he could play there on the edge and play tackle, and that's where we started him. And I've been really pleased with him. He's an explosive mover. He does a great job. He's big. He's strong. He plays with the right mindset. He is a physical football player. He's still learning some things. And as you transition, he started a lot of games. He's played. He's been in the fire, but as you transition and day in and day out, just that daily grind and daily competition at this level, I think he's adapted extremely well, and I like Bless a lot. I think he's definitely been a big impact for our team, and looking forward to his future.
Coach, we've talked a lot about the transfer receivers, but today it looked like some of your veterans emerged from this position.
Yeah, I think when you look at Pokey, Keyshawn Malik, those guys, they've really grown. I think Josh Burrell's continue to come along. Obviously he's a younger receiver, but those guys, it's continued work. And you go over the last few years, and they've had to make the investment. And there's been some challenges. There's been adversity that's shown up, but I'm really pleased with the mindset of that group. Kentron really has done a nice job. I think that he's putting himself in a position to be able to help us in a lot of different ways. But I thought he made a couple of really nice plays, and you're seeing that continued development.